All right, guys, good morning. This is Gary. I'm going to take a quick video of this termite damage out here on Palmetto where you can get a feel for what we're looking at. Coming in first, the entryway here. Forgive me, I'm still kind of working. I went a little bit further because I saw something. Up here, the only damage that we have, which is very, very good for us, very good for us, is because this is brick on the outside. So this would have been an extremely expensive part. And this is what I was expecting to be much, much worse. Up here, the only termite damage visible is this tiny section right here. There's no tubes. There's some dried tubes here. There's no fresh tubes of anything that I see going up and up through here. As I pull this back, that's all intact and very good. I don't know if he'll want us. There's a little bit back here, and that's on the back, down through here on the back. So there is that one section. I think that he would be okay with letting us replace that and clean that. I'm hoping. I'm sorry the camera's shaking. I'm up on top of an 8-foot ladder. So this is the worst part. When you walked in and you've seen the damage through the drywall, this is what you were looking at right here. Now back towards the rest of the house, no damage. No damage all through there. I don't see any damage up through there and over. Awesome. This is really good. Okay, so this little section right here, if I had to repair that for you with the drywall, making it match, finish paint, just this little section alone, I would probably look at somewhere in the neighborhood of around 12 to 1500, materials included, everything. Drywall is just one of those things where I have to go multiple coats and I'm gonna have to go multiple trips, and that's what makes it kind of expensive for me. Feel free, like I said, to get another drywall quote. I told you in the beginning that I could not do this, but that section I really could until we get over here. Now this is where it becomes a problem, but the good news is that the exterior here is not brick. So as you can see, we're going to come in close. Nothing on this side of the header. It looks really good. As you get across the header, it starts about the halfway mark, which this part is good. But they really had a field day over here. The whole header, all the way up into here. And this section here, it goes all the way through the first layer and the plywood. It goes deep. My fingers can just get buried up in there. That goes clear to the outside, as it does all the way down this stud, or that whole stud pack. And it just keeps going. And they get down here to the bottom part of the window sill, and then underneath that window, it just keeps going. Now the bottom plate is pressure treated, so that's okay. But you can see that the mud tubes are going all the way across through here. They tracked all the way across this bottom sill, all the way down. They got to the pressure treated here and stopped. So they went back up and went over here some more, and they got to the bottom side of this window liner and king stud. Now they worked up that king stud and window liner, making their way up, but it stops right here. Bad news is the window's got to come out. All this framing needs to be redone. Window goes back in and retrimmed, new paint, new drywall, new everything. On the back side of the door, it goes straight into this corner, and it looks like it just kind of dies. It doesn't go very far this way. I mean, you see how those mud tubes go like couple of inches, maybe an inch right there, inch and a half. The stud's inch and a half, and it doesn't quite make it to the edge of the stud. So it's isolated kind of. I have to let him decide what to do, but this is a big mud tube that's kind of making its way down. And they hit and miss. You know, you can see again, You've got mud tubes right there. Some more as you get down through here. Oh, I missed a section. Lots of mud tubes right through here on the back side of the door. Mud tubes all the way down, and there's a little bit of damage down here. So this might be able to be repaired, but with everything else, it would probably just be easier and faster to take this stuff out and replace it, because if I'm taking out the window, I'm going to be taking out half of the door. That's all one big giant stud pack. Down this baseboard was good. Remember, we had a little piece of baseboard here. There's very, very minimal damage right there. I think that's just travel damage. There's nothing inside. And I don't know if that was called out or not. We don't. If you want me to tear this out right through here, I can. But you know, I mean, now we're looking at some interior walls. I don't think that we're gonna have that have an issue. I've got to leave that door closed because insulation is falling out of the ceiling. We're going to have to address that when we go to put it back. Over here, the quarter round by the bathtub, that quarter round, it's isolated damage again. You can see that it is termite damage because you can see the channeling and everything in there, but kind of weird how they went around, but it's just through that wall. They found an easy way to get to that delicious trim. I wanted to show you another issue that I found while I was here going through this that might be related and it might not, but on the back side of the house out here, this is all vinyl siding, so this could come out really easy. I didn't do any of this, but as you peel back a little bit of this, you can see that there's termite damage up underneath that. So this whole section will come out around the pump connection there and probably stop it right here where that connection has come loose. So we take it off to there and put all that back together. And if we have to go back this way a little bit, you can see that this has come loose. I'm gonna try to, it's come loose and it's just like, there's a gap right there. So I don't know if we'll need to get into that. If we do, we'll get into it. But the other thing I wanted to show you that might be something worth looking at is on the back side of the house over here, there is a section of soffit that has come down. I'm not sure why it's come down, but you can see it. Oh, hey, look at that little guy. He is not scared of anything. He's just gonna come say hello. Hello. What's his name? I'll call him Sydney the squirrel. What's up, Sydney? Back over here. Right here, this section of soffit has come down, and I don't know what's happening with that. So I think we need to look at that at least and see what's happening. If I can get you a really good shot. Oh yeah, there it goes. You can see soffit starting to come down, bows way down, and then back up. So you might want to look at that too. It's not going to be quite as bad as I thought. I'll put some numbers together if you want, and if you want me to do this, if you want me to do this, just let me know. I'll try to work something out. But what I'm really surprised that what I said yesterday was not as bad as I thought. I saw this damage here, and I walked over there and saw that, and I just knew that we were going to be getting into brick, but I don't think we will. I'm going to upload this video and send it to you, and I'll shoot you a text. Just let me know. Thank you.